Lanterns episode 2 had our jaws on the floor, and today, Brian, Alyssa, and myself are breaking it down for you right here on Popcorn and Root Beer. Quiet on set. It's time for the show. Welcome into another edition of Popcorn and Root Beer. My name is Steve. Joining me today are Alyssa and Brian, the Heart Foundation. What's going on? How are you?
Ready to jump in to this episode. This is a big one. This set up a lot for the season. I'm assuming completely.
Yeah, I would agree. Brian, did you feel like this episode of Lantern? You know what? Before I get into that, because Brian has a habit of being our resident punk. Spoiler alert for all of Lanterns coming up, as well as please like and subscribe, share, and if you see over in the corner there, bottom left corner of your screen, you can listen to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. 5-star ratings, always a huge help to us as small creators. You know, we want to support each other. Brian, did you feel like this episode was chock full of everything you needed? I know you worked an early shift today, got home, watched Lanterns. You've been on one.
You know what? There is a huge debate out there in the TV watching world, whether it's better to binge a show or to watch it weekly. I don't have I don't have a particular way I sit on that. I sit on the fence in that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But this one, I am truly in I want to binge this. I want more. I want another episode. God, it's leaving me on the edge each and every. Like, this was great. I thought we got more into the Lantern lore. I'm not a DC guy. I'm not really a big comic book guy. I love the superheroes, but I don't know a lot of that. So I felt like we had a lot of questions answered. Alyssa and I were sitting there learning quite a bit about the process, the ring, the lantern itself. So this was great. It was a great way to get our feet like fully wet.
Oh yeah, I thought this was a fantastic episode. Unlike episode 1, we don't really travel through time in this one. We're in 2016, kind of exclusively, it feels like. So, Alyssa, one word to describe your feeling this episode.
I don't know. Chirp.
Tweet.
I'll go with betrayed.
Ooh.
Yeah, I feel a little betrayed. Brian?
Hunger.
Sure. All right. I like that. Okay, a lot happens in this episode. So, Hal, in the ways that he can only be, is still being a total prick. Right? I mean, I think that's just him at his core.
He's so charming at it, though.
Yeah, he is.
Like it.
I think I like it because I'm not dealing with it.
100%. 100%.
Right? Like, if
you're in a group project with this guy, though, you're going to hate your life.
Yeah, you're going to get into a fist fight with this guy.
You might as well just do the whole project yourself.
Yeah. So he sends Aaron Pierre's character off, who his name just totally blanked in my head. John Stewart, thank you.
Junior.
Hal Jordan, John Stewart, yes. So John is back at Hal's home. Tells him, hey, go grab the lantern, gotta recharge the ring.
I could spend the whole episode just on this house. This whole house thing, man. Like,
can we talk
so
about
much?
I love a good piece of real estate in TV shows. This was a fantastic piece of real estate.
It almost felt like they were going to be filming something else in this house, and Lantern said, hey, give me that real quick. I need it to look like a single guy lives here. And sure enough, that's how they paint it. Beautiful house. We got chandeliers hanging from the top, camping chair in the living room in front of the TV.
Yeah, so he's given 2 tasks. They seem simple up front, but we should know better with Hal, right? Hal Jordan never gives anything simple. He goes, go get the lantern from my house. There's a fake key in the rock. Just go in and get it. And and go feed my pet.
With a smile.
Yeah, and go feed my pet.
Okay, Earl, love that is his pet. But is this going to come into play? Is this a clue, or is
the
there
vegan thing came up again?
Oh, well, that's a second thing.
I thought that's what you were going to.
No, I think we mean Earl
owning this
violently carnivorous plant.
Love, yeah.
I
But
I
is
hope it
this
doesn't.
actually Hal's house?
I think it's Hal's house. I
Mm.
just hope that this has. I hope Earl has nothing to do with anything, and that's just a fun little weird quirk
Just a little thing.
that he has. He picked it up from some other planet, made sure to feed him,
That's true. Has a whole
call it a
greenhouse
day.
for
Like
it.
yeah. So John and his bird go to Hal's house, retrieve the lantern from a pocket dimension, which
Mhm.
we've seen in things like Superman as well,
Harry
or
Potter.
yes, I guess the Room of Requirement would kind of be considered that in a way.
Oh no, Hermione's purse, number 7.
Oh yeah, that's true too. And then Peacemaker also has a few pocket dimensions as well.
Oh,
So
this is like a DC thing. Okay.
it is. DC likes to play in this little playground. He gets the lantern, feeds Earl,
Mhm.
and then is immediately jumped in the driveway.
Yes. Okay, I want to appreciate this scene because the setup to it. As he is on the phone with Hal, like, how do I get in here? Hal is dragging these bodies from
Yep.
the morgue. And at this point in the
Dude.
episode, we're like, I just saw everything on that body. I was not ready for that scene. And he's just all up in their armpits, dragging them around. He's got alien goo all over the car. It's sick. But the duality of just what they're going through. And he's like, yeah, no biggie. Like this, I'll just walk you through it while I'm doing this task. I think it adds to Hal's character. He's definitely not Deadpool, but he gives that energy of, I don't give a shit about what anyone else has got going on or how I come off. Like he is just very direct to the point.
Deadpool is like the difference between him and Deadpool is
Snarky,
so
witty.
like he's more immature, I think, than Hal is too.
For sure.
Mhm.
For
Hal's
sure.
like bitter in that way that he's like, I'm not going to listen to you because I don't have to listen to you.
Mhm.
And like Deadpool's kind of just more like he has that youthful exuberance to him that's like,
Mhm.
I'm just having fun. Like if you're not having
Such
fun
an
being a
energy.
superhero, like why are we even doing this? Yeah.
Right.
So, but I like what Hal did, especially because he goes to this town hall. He walks in and he's like, "Were you guys talking about me?" Which is just a funny worry to have.
It's so arrogant and yet charming.
And he was right.
The way he does it. Oh
He
yeah,
was also
always
right. They were talking about him.
Yeah.
Here's the whole reason of like, here's why you shouldn't be doing this. Like, we're worried about this. We're worried about this. And he's like, okay. And he goes off and does his own thing anyway. He doesn't care. And this is a theme throughout this episode with him. He's told one thing, does the other thing. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. We'll get to that in a minute. So John is taken. Then wakes up in the car. His bird is still there, which that is all right. Let's focus on the bird for a second. Because that feels significant that when he
Mhm.
took the ring off,
Yep.
the bird stayed. Hal obviously had a reaction to the bird staying.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end of the episode, John kills the bird or makes it disappear.
So, okay. I'm going to pause for just a second. Not literally, but Brian just watched this episode and I sat down and watched it for the second time.
Mhm.
And after watching the entire episode through and then watching again, my brain is squirreling out right now. There are
Okay.
so many different signs and little clues. And so when Hal breaks into the town hall, what pulls him in there initially is that he notices that the whole town is empty. Like
Mhm.
it's a ghost town. Where is
Yeah.
everyone? All the
Yep.
cars are there. Right. And he walks in and everyone stops. And if you go back and rewatch that scene, when Officer Carrie's up there and she's like, "Oh, coach, you were just about to say something." And he's like,
And the coach is like, I was. Like,
"Oh,
yeah, he gives
yeah.
that like panicked look of you just got called on by the teacher and you weren't ready.
Yes." And I noticed that the first time, but now the second time, then I'm like, I've got my freaking green eyes on everyone because I'm still trying to spot who's the alien, AKA we find out the Manhunters, I'm assuming. Like those
Yep.
are what the aliens are called.
Mm-hmm.
So that scene was just a little bit more telling. And then look, he comes in, right? He ruins the party. He sits down. Who comes in next? His lawyer, who is
Right.
connected to Papa Sus #1. And then we've got the wife, right? And he chats it up. And then the wife's like, I'm going to have to kick you out. It was just so manipulated, very naturally, organically. Like I didn't notice it the first time, but second time around, I'm curious what is going on there.
I am as well. I what I like about this series, as someone who loves this particular genre, is that it is like a very small step away from being a horror movie or series. You know what I mean? Like the whole weird town. Everyone knows what's going on except for you. You're the outsider.
Something freaky's going on in
Yeah,
that
something
compound.
freaky's going on in this weird town that no one wants you there. Why don't they
Yeah.
want you there? Why don't they want your help? You're like, hey, I'm here to like, in his own weird way. He's like, I'm here to help, and they're like, we don't want your help. We'll
Mhm.
handle these things. And he's like, what are you people's problem?
Why are you
So-
rejecting this?
So then, while that's going on, John's in the back of this van with 2 inept guards, as is tradition. Gets out, falls onto the highway at full speed,
Yeah. Yeah. Problem with that.
unscathed,
Problem with that. Yeah.
unscathed.
Uh-huh.
Has a cool chase scene that I did like for a minute, and then gets walloped by a van. And
Let's just
it's-
say half speed.
Yeah, like the van spins and he gets whaled by the fat ass side of the van. Wakes up and is captured by these aliens who inform him that the Manhunters are in fact at this little Nebraska town for some strange reason. They didn't go to New York. They didn't go to Miami. They didn't go to LA or Chicago.
Rushville.
They went to a place with 15 people and like 30 cows. Fine. Whatever. And unfaithful wives. Another thing going on in that town. And they put this weird nail gun looking thing to his head and are like, behold what manhunters can do when they annihilate your people. So that's kind of what we get out of him. All right, fine. Hal then goes and pays a visit to Daddy Criminal. I mean, the guy's just, I don't know what to, like, he's just very good looking. He's a handsome man. Less inviting this time. Less inviting this time. He doesn't seem overly thrilled that Hal
Mr.
is
Macon.
there. Yeah. And he says there is a rifleman pointing his gun at you currently. Don't take another step. Hal cannot help himself. Goes to add one last little smart-ass remark. Gets shot. This is where it gets even weirder. So the episode was already weird. And then he wakes up in the hospital and there's nobody in it.
Yeah, that's very, like, okay. Number 2, situation where there's abandonment of the town. Is the
whole
town a
town,
prop?
yeah.
I'm
Right.
starting to think the whole freaking town is aliens.
Well, and what's throwing me?
Manhunters.
Well, it can't be all aliens because the little thingies would be going off. Macon be freaking out, right?
So that's a big point to make as well. So Macon, it is revealed, has this weird technology that it's not metal detectors at the high school football stadium. They are alien detectors. Why
I'm struggling.
does
I'm
he
struggling
have
with the
these?
sheriff though right now because clearly we see she's not dumb. She's intelligent. She knows what she's doing. But
She's
why are
playing
these
both
not?
sides.
But that's what I'm like. Okay, how much of Macon shit is she into? Because like, why are these not red flags to her? Like the hospital. Oh yeah, nobody gets shot. Blah blah blah. I get it. You're throwing cool little zingers at them, but like legitimately, why is all that equipment looking brand? Because she doesn't seem like she's gonna be bad. She doesn't seem like she's gonna be on that side of her family. So I just can't
right
get a
now
read.
I'm having to take her at face value where she said, I'm just trying to like get through this. Like she's trying to get the town through it, trying to get herself through it. I don't know what her husband's up to, whose side he's on, because Hal's like, how much did that cost me to get out? Like, charges dropped. He's like, it's on the house. Bad thing to
Right.
hear. Bad thing to hear from that family, it seems like. You don't
Yeah.
Oh, they
want
want
it on
him
the
gone.
house.
And they're open about that. They're like, why are you still here? Right? The
They
alien
don't
blew
want him
up.
there anymore, but it also seems like this is not a type of family that you want to owe anything to, where it's like,
For sure.
I've done you a favor, now you owe me a favor. It's like owing the mob. Like, you don't want to owe the mob. You'd be better off just not
Yeah.
taking the favor.
I feel like this was more like they wanted to get him out as easy and quick as possible.
But why not kill him then? Why not just shoot him? He trespassed on the land. It's obviously
Can
not
you
illegal.
Kill a lantern? I mean, what are the repercussions of that?
I-
Because later
apparent-
John's like, oh, it's a
apparently you
warrant job.
can. Someone does 10 years later.
Well,
maybe. I don't know if they did for sure, but it
I'm
seems
yeah,
so.
That may-
I
So
don't
that
know.
that does lead us to the last scene of the show. Hal flies off in the suit, which actually looks pretty good. I might add.
Yeah.
Suit looked good.
Nice shade of green for him.
Goes to this very strange prison-looking thing
On another planet.
on another planet. And we had been told that Sinestro, who was the previous Lantern, died, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Not dead, in jail, that apparently only Hal knows about. So he's keeping this man captive, and Sinestro says to him, if Manhunters are walking around, that's your second biggest problem.
Threat.
Yeah,
Mhm.
second biggest threat. Tell me about John Stewart.
Dun dun dun.
So was John an alien?
Oh, I don't know what's going on because John has this crazy kind of power over the ring that he doesn't necessarily seem to need it to like do shit. Like, what is going on?
Except he can't fly.
He can't fly.
Damn, I enjoyed that scene. Seeing Hal Chandler the first time he tried to jump off, seeing him in the background of that shot, just kind of like actually step back, like, oh, is he going to do it? Not enough cannot be said about the acting of Kyle Chandler right now. I am on such a high.
There's a chance that John might be like less of a good guy than we think because I think we're being led down this path of being like, oh, Hal's just a jackass. Hal's an asshole to him. Hal doesn't like him because like he was like, hey, if the ring's running out, like, what was your plan when I was flying? Like, and he's like, well, you didn't fly. Hal has made multiple attempts now to kill John without openly being like, I want you dead.
Yeah.
That's
Not
2
making
episodes in a
easy.
row that he's put him potentially in life-threatening situations.
He's just
Okay.
good teacher.
If we can really open this up, right? Because something that we do know, I got my trusty notes here. I need a damn whiteboard for this
Right.
show. What we do know is that the main, I guess, is it the Manhunter knows that they've been spotted, right?
Mhm.
Because that's what the guys who kidnapped John Stewart, they're like,
Right.
that's a Manhunter that they're talking about, right? Like an alien.
They're talking about a man.
main-
Yes, that the Manhunter is there.
Kind of
and-
like Big Papa, Manhunter, whoever that is, or Big Mama, possibly.
right.
Like whoever the head honcho is, the main source.
Something's
Okay.
going wrong, and it seems like those other aliens were there to go kill the Manhunter, like for vengeance.
Right. And then his team gets blown up. And an hour later, that's when Hal shows up. That's what we see in episode 1. Let's remember how episode 1 started. All of a sudden, Hal comes out of nowhere and gets to the ring, which John has,
Yep.
and gives him the secret phrase or whatever.
Right.
So I'm wondering if this Hal that we're seeing, because he's like, oh, he hasn't taught you that. And technically, Hal is not teaching him anything. John's just strategically putting it together and growing skills.
It's Mr. Miyagi style.
I'm also going to throw this out there as I think this was a thing. It could not be. But when he sent John to his house and in the safe, he says it's voice activated and he knows all the codes. But alien could probably get that information as well. But I don't know. I'm thinking that he
So
sent
who are you?
John
Who are
there
you not
perfectly.
trusting in this?
I'm not trusting Hal. This
You think
version of
Hal's the
Hal that
bad
we're
guy?
seeing. I don't
Okay.
know. I'm kind of sus. I
All
don't
right.
know that he's a manhunter.
Who
but-
do we trust at this point?
No one.
That's kind of the issue. That's
I
where
can
I'm
make a
at too. I'm
case
like,
for Sheriff Kane, for John Stewart, and Hal Jordan, all being not who they're meant to be. Because why is Sinestro locked up, right? And Hal is the one that was able to catch him. And is
Right.
Sinestro really a bad guy, or does Sinestro uncover some type of
and why would Sinestro want to help Hal if he's imprisoned him?
right? And so is John Stewart a threat
wait a minute, I
to
thought the ring
Hal
could
as
only-
the alien?
I thought lanterns could only become lanterns when the other lantern died. How is Sinestro still alive? Was he a lantern? Am I misreading what he was?
I think he was a lantern that was up to some funny business. Oh, we
the
might need
rule is-
clarification on that. I
The
need to
rule is
rewatch
that
thing.
lanterns have to die for a new lantern to take over.
That's what I thought, right? Because that's what Hal's been saying is like they're prepping this guy for when I go.
Yeah. I have so many questions about this series right now that
Also, go ahead. Sorry.
like I find it hard to believe that he was a Lantern because his name's Sinestro. I just feel like that's not.
He's a former Green Lantern. He's a major villain, is what he usually is.
I buy that. Why would you give the ring to someone named Sinestro?
Yeah, that just sounds like a
Yeah.
Like that's like the people who are mad that like they're like, well, we don't know anything about Doctor Doom. I'm like, well, based on the name, I just feel like he's gonna bring doom, right? Like you don't. He's not, Doctor Snuggles and Hugs. Like he's
Right.
sounds just some comic books.
Sinestro sounds like
especially
a
early.
villain.
Yeah, early on they didn't really get super creative with the names for villains.
Well, this is true.
So Sinestro, I feel like that should have been like a big flashing light. Like, probably the wrong guy. Although I guess the ring chooses, like kind of like wands in Harry Potter, like the ring chooses the lantern, which this ring seems to be. They may have to decommission this one because it's just swinging and missing. It's picking bad lanterns.
So, but hold on. Now going back to the bird, tweet. Why could John do that?
Why
And
could John do
was
that?
the bird surveillance because the bird tried to stop the people who kidnapped him from showing him what happens when manhunters infiltrate your world.
Right. Yeah, the bird was doing a lot of work in this episode.
I just don't know who's the bad guy. Like at the end when Sinestro says the threat statement, is he saying that they're a threat to humanity or that John is a threat to the manhunters?
Or is John a threat to
I thought he was talking about
Hal? I think
Yeah.
he was saying he's a threat to Hal.
Yeah. He wasn't-
Which Hal ends up dead. Hear me out on this. Could Hal have been killed in 2026 in that little Apple stunt gone wrong? John's like, let me show you what my dad used to do to me, and then accidentally shot John in the face. Or Hal in the face.
That would be a way to go.
That'd be the best way to end this season. It'd be like it was a huge accident, and yeah, I kind of fucked that up.
I don't know what to think. I really
right.
need to sit down in silence and just watch it again.
Yes,
and
but because
figure
I
it
like to
out.
do this, let me ask you to put money down. Who killed Hal in 2026?
I don't think we've met him yet.
I think it's John.
No.
I don't know. I think that might be alien version of Hal that got shot. Do we know that that was the real Hal?
Do you think Hal
I could
shot
be
Hal?
totally wrong, but I don't know.
Could Hal have killed a lookalike because there's no ring? Where's the ring?
Yeah, he didn't have the ring.
And shouldn't the ring send like a beacon or something to the next lantern? Like, what if the lantern dies and falls into the ocean? Like, where's it go? What's it do? Like, does it just sit there forever and like do nothing?
Right? Does it glow? Is there?
How
a
does this work?
tracker?
How does this ring work? If you guys know, please like comment below because I don't know how this is going to work. I like that I don't know a lot about this show. It reminds me in a weird way because I just watched the pilot again with my boyfriend last night because he's never seen it. Like Lost. There's a lot of questions being posed and not a lot of answers being given.
Mm-hmm. Which, as far as what you said earlier, Brian, about binging or watching weekly, I kind of like weekly on this because if we were binging, I wouldn't slow down and have these thoughts.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's good to allow your mind to just kind of play with it. We're so quick into everything. It's nice to just sit and be like, what is actually going on here? Get you a little bit more invested in the storyline.
Well,
I agree.
sure. You can do that, but then I get to watch the next episode tomorrow rather than next week.
But then
I
it
don't have that
ends. Then
willpower.
it ends so fast. Like, you know what I mean? I watch it in a day and then it's over, and I don't get to like have these like nice fun breakdowns, and we don't get to like really deep dive episodes. We have to do like a whole series thing, and then we're just talking about the ending. All right. So Brian doesn't think we've met the person who shot Hal yet. I think John killed Hal. Alyssa, if you had to put money down, do you think someone we know killed Hal?
I'm thinking my take on that is I don't think that's the real Hal. I don't know who killed him,
Okay.
but I just don't think it's the real one.
That's fair. That's fair enough. I like that. My camera's being funky. My camera doesn't want to play with us right now. It's unfortunate.
Just such a hot take.
I know. My camera
Too
was
hot
just
to
like,
handle.
I'm done. Yeah, my camera was just like, I'm done with that. Yeah, lots of questions, hopefully answers to come. And if you're confused or you're hoping to get more answers and maybe these episodes broken down for you in a palatable way, maybe like and subscribe to IBT. Be on the lookout for these episodes. They do drop on Mondays. Listen to us on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts. We have so much more coming. We do Ted Lasso every week. We do Lanterns every week. We have Monster coming up soon. Friday the 13th coming up soon. We have a lot of good TV shows we're breaking down. I'm also going to break down Mutiny, hopefully. All right, so here's the movies I'm hoping to break down for you in the next week or so. Mutiny, Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma, Coyote versus Acme, I think are on my docket, as well as the new Insidious movie.
Wow.
So I am hoping to get to all of that within the next week and break that down for you. So much going on here on IBT, especially our little show, Popcorn and Root Beer. But don't just come here for Popcorn and Root Beer. Make sure you visit and watch In Between the Screens, where Brian and Alyssa, do you hop on and talk Big Brother with
Yes,
the
we got
crew?
weekly episodes.
Yeah, y'all break it down every week, on Big Brother. You guys are the reality TV juggernauts. I am not. I do the scripted stuff. Any final thoughts before we get out of here?
So many that I'm just gonna save them and
All right.
organize them for next time.
I like it. Brian?
I think Hal's the real deal. I'm going to stand up for my boy. He's got a mouth on him, but it's all right. It's fine.
He likes Hal.
It's fine.
All right. Well, for myself, for the Hart Foundation, Brian and Alyssa Hartman, that's a wrap. Bye, Z's.